Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the exciting semifinals of Sunday Night Blood Bowl. It's down to the top four, and these two teams are duking it out for a chance at being number one. It's the Amazons with attitude, the Mean Girls, versus the Golden Boys with nothing to lose, the Cleansing Light Knights. Get ready, folks. This is Sunday Night Blood Bowl.
Hey everybody, and welcome to Human Murder. We've got humans and Amazons, so both of them are human, and both of them are murdering and getting murdered if we're lucky.
I picked the wrong time to take a drink. Okay.
Wait, so Amazons aren't human?
Amazons are human. They're both human. We're seeing double the human, therefore double the human murder.
Then why did you say humans and Amazons are here?
Well, because it's listed as human, and the other one's listed as Amazon.
Oh, right.
You are the
worst.
Look,
it's 100% death.
So, one part woman, one part man, 100% death.
That sounds like a hentai.
No!
The women are ready to beat the shit out of the men.
If
the
that's
men took an oath to be good men.
Okay, I don't know. I'm pretty sure Dylan's thing comes after the 1 minute mark, so I don't have to censor that. I don't know if I have to censor what Tristan said.
You didn't the last time.
It was after the 1 minute. Nothing matters after that minute ends.
Oh yes, YouTube protocols.
So
Whether or not Ben is gonna get money from this.
Oh, don't worry, guys. Coleman is back.
I'm never getting money. I'm never getting money from this anyway. All right.
So, old Andy's making his premiere in this game. He's prisoner 40.
Why do you keep buying players?
Because that's my last lineman.
But you have what, 16 players now? This is why your TV's so high.
Yeah, but it's hilarious.
Yeah, you're just giving people free value.
Do I buy Bertha and just go ogre v ogre?
I would love that. Be great for the viewers.
Yes, Middle will finally meet his match.
Middle will finally meet his love.
Don't. You joke. He is a very, very passionate man. If he finds the right woman, he might just leave the team for this, so you better not screw me like that.
Alright, I won't get him.
Please tell me she has piling on.
She doesn't. She has Mighty Blow, Bonehead, Throw Teammate, Loner, Break Tackle, Dodge. She even has Dodge still.
Oh my god.
She's gonna KO one of my teammates, and Middle's just gonna look at her, and he's just gonna hear, "You're a dream."
Important thing before we start.
That completely takes my pick if I do that. I can't.
Alright, are you guys starting the match yet?
Almost.
I have an important thing to say before this match really starts.
Which is?
Steve watched the recording and the announcing you did. You hurt his feelings, guys.
What did we say about Steve?
I called him. I forget what it was exactly. It was something like a glorious, like, holy turd or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
I forgot about that.
I equated him to poop.
Wow. He's locked himself in his room. He's a very sensitive soul.
Well, don't worry. His team did poor enough that he has a little bit of time to soak it in.
Alright, we are in the game. Let's do this.
Here we go. Oh, we're on your field again. Welcome to the jam, everyone.
Oh, fuck you. Fuck you. You're gonna die now.
The only thing funnier than Ayli failing 3-ups is Ayli failing English, as someone who studies languages for a living.
You should by no means.
Listen here, you little shit.
So we noticed that you've had a very impressive Blood Bowl season. Yes, can we move on from this? But we have some thoughts on your stadium name. Oh, God.
We noticed you committed tax fraud because you can't spell your name properly.
Oh, yes. It's nothing like my stadium, Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff is the best stadium name.
Jeff is a fantastic stadium. You've been in, Jeff?
Yes, I've been in, Jeff. He's very pleasant.
It's a living stadium.
Yeah. Whenever we walk into him.
The ball? Alright, here we go.
Oh, good. You got that far in. So now it should be showing up, but it's not.
Yeah, it's not showing up for me either.
Come on and slam. Wlecome to the jam.
Oh, there it is.
Alright, let's do this.
Alright, up to the booth we go, Tristan.
Alright, hold on.
Wlecome jam.
Oops, sorry.
What the fuck?
Accidentally, I was dragging you down, but then you joined, so it automatically like reassigned the person I was holding. So suddenly Dylan was in my hand instead.
Oh,
I don't know why it works that way. Ooh, Helmeton. I love seeing the chainsaw.
Oh, chainsaw.
We've got some goblin representation in this game.
Oh yes, the goblins will be proud. I had to fire my previous chainsaw and hire a new one.
Yeah. What's the new one's name?
Dylan, Gobble Dylan.
Gobble Dylan.
Yeah.
I'm sure that Coach Dylan will be very pleased. How's Gobble Luke doing?
He's perfectly healthy. He's taken so many hits from large creatures. I don't know why he's fine.
I know you hate it though.
It's so weird. I legitimately put him in danger. Perfectly.
I know.
It makes no sense.
Ayli's trying. I think Ayli mentioned earlier that she was gonna try to kill Duke Volts because in the last game Ayli landed a kill on Duke Volts and it got re-rolled into I think a badly hurt.
I thought that was Barnabas.
I'm pretty sure it was, or was it Barnabas? That would explain why the chainsaw is next to. Oh no, that's Baldric. Well then, why isn't the chainsaw next to Barnabas? There's more than one Barnabas too. Like there's two Barnabas blitzers. Or no, there's a Barnabas lineman and there's a Barnabas blitzer. And then there's a Baldric lineman and a... No, there's an Edwin blitzer and an No, the Fleisch brothers. That's right, the Fleisch brothers. There's the new player, prisoner 40, old Andy in the back. Do you think he's too old for the sport? Are we gonna see his brittle bones snap in half the first time he gets decked?
Yeah.
Or is he gonna be like an old man from an anime where the Amazons are gonna get close to him and he's gonna start bleeding profusely from the nose?
Or it could be that other kind of old man from anime where he actually takes his shirt off and he's incredibly ripped and he's been training his entire life.
Or both, and we have Master Roshi on the field.
That's for us to see in the future.
Yeah.
But
actually,
for when his bones break, we'll finally know if it's the proper sound.
Yep. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. That's 8 total players stunned.
And that is basically all of Dylan's front line. Jesus Christ.
Wow. Now that I look at it, Ayli doesn't get free blocks anymore. She gets a blitz, and Dylan gets a blitz. This is going to be the least bashy opening we've ever seen from either team.
Wait, what? What? Who's going to be getting the ball?
I think Celia, because she's got 4 agility, so she can pick it up on a 2-up.
All right. Yeah. Oh, wait.
Yep, there she goes.
Huh.
Because Ayli's afraid of 3-ups. Because she fails them.
Yeah. I fail those all the time.
No, what's really bad for Dylan here is that because he's got so many players that are stunned, Ayli's players wake up first. So Ayli gets priority on the turn following this, like very heavily. And that's a KO onto Barnabas Hamlin. So this is just like a this is not a drive on Dylan's side. Like Dylan does not get a drive. This is just straight up Ayli is going to score. Unless she does something really, really dumb. Which could happen. But usually Ayli's dumb plays happen when her and I are playing. It usually does not happen against other people that I'm aware of.
Yeah.
Although I'm sure Ayli would disagree.
I can't think of anything that would cause that.
What, cause Ayli to not score?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, there's not much. I don't know what to say. Huh.
What?
I know Dylan's unhappy.
Yeah.
That much I can guarantee.
Nuffle is really just...
Nuffle's just going straight for the throat.
It's weird, because the last game we commentated was Dylan again.
Yeah.
And Nuffle was just...
Nuffle was much kinder that game, I thought.
Yeah, it was actually really surprising how much Nuffle loved him.
It was. So Kadoimi is completely uncovered. She's probably going to be the pass target. And she'll be able to get most of it to the end zone. But I think Dylan has given up on that and wants to kill Toxus Pleiades.
Oh, no. Now he's going
Never mind. Oh, he's actually going to land it.
Oh, and that's an injury. Nope, that's just a stun.
Just a stun, but that's enough to prevent anything from happening this turn.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Kadoimi has Fend, which prevents the Mighty Blow follow-up. Or the piling on follow-up. I can talk.
Yeah, we can all talk and sing except for Sheen.
Sheen?
Yeah.
Who's Sheen?
If only you knew, Jimmy Neutron.
Oh no, I know Jimmy Neutron. I didn't know if you were referencing that or not.
Oh, I was definitely referencing that.
Oh, okay.
Come on. I forget the button that's for free. No, wait, that's V. What's the free camera button again?
I don't know. I've never used the free camera. There's going to be another armor break. So there's the return stun onto Jekyll, so he's going to be down.
Yeah.
And unfortunately for Ayli, like despite the fact that there are so many downed players on the human team, they're all going to be getting up, and they're not really covered.
Oh, there it is.
And there's a reroll. It's going to take Edwin to the ground. No follow-up.
C is the change camera button.
C
that
is
makes
change
sense.
camera. That does make sense, yes. I think I'm in... Am I in free camera now? I guess I am. I'll stay on Blood Bowl 1. I like Blood Bowl 1 most. Alright, Prisoner 40, Ol Andy. Not going down so easy. You could probably expect a chainsaw onto Aemond by the end of the turn.
Oh yeah, that's definitely. He's
here.
there, so. Oh.
And that's going to be another armor break, just a stun.
This is just like the last game we had played with Nurgle v Chaos. A lot of armor breaks, but only stuns.
Yeah, so far we've just had the one KO, so not a lot of players off the pitch so far. And there goes middle, tying up some tackle zones. And if Andromeda's tackle zone gets locked up, then Baldric Fleisch will get a 1-die onto Cilia. And that would be a 1 in 3 chance to knock down, 1 in 6 chance of failing and getting knocked down. So not altogether a bad roll to make. Might bring Barnabas in for the assist. It looks like he is going to. So it's going to be a 2-die, and this is almost guaranteed going to be a knockdown on the ball carrier. This is how Ayli doesn't get the drive.
Oh, yep.
Well done, Ayli. You figured out the puzzle. And the ball is going to go loose and be caught by Helmut.
The chainsaw has the ball.
Well, that's not great, but it's not terrible. So, on one hand, Helmut doesn't have to worry about the blocks, but if he ever fails a chainsaw block, he's gonna
kill himself.
He's gonna kill himself and drop the ball, and I was gonna be very upset for multiple reasons. But I think right now they're just laughing.
Yeah, that would make sense.
I don't think Dylan's laughing though. He's probably crying profusely. That was
I think
5-up roll to make that catch.
Dylan's at the point. I think Dylan's at the point where with being so used to Nuffle fucking him that he's just gonna take a sigh in understanding.
Yeah, I think you're right. He has the worst luck, and I feel bad for the guy.
Yep.
Alrighty. So now we're back to Ayli's turn, and she's got a lot of free blocks that she can make. But again, now she's got to worry about you know, just having the Goblin with Loner being the one that has the ball. That's the other big thing. If she manages to, like, screw up that... Oh, there's going to be a knockdown from the Atheltic Plastic onto the Ogre. He's going to go down, and he's not going to be able to get out of the tackle zone on the next turn. He's just going to have to stand up and stay there with Kodomi.
Wait. Yeah.
How's he going to operate the chainsaw if he's got the ball in his hand?
Pull the cord with his teeth.
He's got a mask covering his teeth.
It's
Is he
cloth.
Yeah, bite through the cloth, I guess. I mean, it's already running and moving. It's just not, like,
Oh yeah, he can just pull
aggressively running.
He can just pull the trigger then.
Yeah, but he does need the guiding hand, so he's going to have to shove the ball on top of it. I just want to see what the animation's going to do, if it's going to stick the ball through the chainsaw.
Oh,
But we're not going to get to see it because Ashley is
Oh,
going to
no,
come in for the block.
going in for Baldric. Ashley is blitzing Baldric.
Very important thing to consider here. And I was going to go for the setup for another 2-die block. And that's going to be a KO onto Baldric. So that's 2 players KO'd on the side of the humans. Also, because Dylan has so much TV, Ayli was able to get not only the bonus play, the star player, but a wandering apothecary and 2 Bloodwiser babes. So every single knockdown, every single knockout that happens is even more in favor of Ayli, because if she gets knocked out in return, she's more likely to get the player back.
Man, Ayli's playing with goblin levels of inducements.
Yeah. And just a simple handoff only needs a 2-up for that, because it's going straight to a 4 agility player.
But
means...
Ayli made the mistake of not buying a bribe for her chainsaw.
And not buying a wizard, because wizards are always good.
Yeah, who doesn't want to drop a thunderbolt?
Yeah, just drop the anger of the gods upon the player with a ball.
Yeah, what else are you supposed to do? Not smite the enemy star player?
Smite!
This season of Blood Bowl is sponsored by Smite.
It's not. Why would Blood Bowl be sponsored by a third-person MOBA?
You know, get across and, just expand the market.
Cross-promotion. No knockdown on a Duke Volts. He's going to stay up, but he is going to stay based, most likely. Yep.
Which is why Steve is the new hero in Smite.
Introducing Steve, the Beast of Nurgle. Ability 1. Steve fires his tentacles out in all directions, slowing any enemy struck. And making them mildly uncomfortable. What would Steve's ultimate be? Piling on?
Yeah. Piling on and pancakes. If Steve ever dies, I'm naming the second one Steve Jr.
Steve
or Pancake. Either Steve Jr. or Pancakes.
Steve knocks a player to the Steve charges and knocks a player to the ground, rooting and silencing them before leaping on top of them for additional damage. Stunning and rooting for an additional so-and-so seconds.
Yeah.
Just a completely unnecessary amount of crowd control for a single target in Ultimate.
Incredibly slow, though.
Yes. What role do you think Steve would have? Would he be like a... He'd probably be a warrior, right? Or would he be a guardian?
Guardian.
Guardian?
Steve doesn't... Yeah.
Team player, that Steve?
Yep. Steve is there to keep the other players safe and to lock down opponents.
Passive loner. Steve... every 30 seconds, there's a 50% chance Steve fires one of his abilities in the target direction.
Which is sad, because he also needs players around him to keep going. Or else he'll stop.
I don't I don't agree with that follow, because if Helmut knocks one of them down... Actually, Helmut doesn't even have to knock one down with the chainsaw. He can just someone can just push Amond out of there. But there's going to be the blitz, probably to the ball carrier, so there's going to be a 1-die.
Oh, wait.
He's not going to go greedy for the reroll.
He doesn't have strip ball, so no.
He sadly does not. I don't think Dylan has any strip ball players. He does not. He needs to pick one of those up next. But I think that's on his list.
Mm.
It's a very, very useful skill.
It is.
I'm a huge fan of it.
Yep.
Especially if your player has leap. Yeah, Roger has strip ball.
Now, And then I remembered I only have one player with leap, and I'm pretty sure he's incredibly injured right now.
Well, so far it looks like Ayli's going to probably be able to get the ball out of the position that it's in, given that as long as Helmut manages to land a chain, if Helmut lands a chainsaw, it's a guarantee that Ayli gets out, because making the block onto Amon is a 2-die. So Ashley can definitely get him out of the way. And then Ayli gets to go wherever. So it's not really this isn't really a position where Ayli is locked down, especially because of how many players on Cleansing Light Knights are based with Ayli's players, because that's just a lot of free blocks and a lot of free damage. Too many free things going on right now.
Ayli's probably gonna go with attacking Edwin with the chainsaw. Then you think?
I expect it'll be either Edwin or Barnabas. One of those two.
I think
Barnabas.
it would make more sense.
Barnabas has the tackle. You want to get that away from your players.
Yeah, but if you take down Edwin, and then have Ashley take down Aemon, doesn't that mean the ball carrier can run up the side of the field?
That is also true, yes. And it looks like Ayli is going to focus down that side of this cluster. So Aemon going to be going down first.
Oh, why pushing that way?
Keeps him away from the player, I guess.
But if Aemon got pushed to the other way. Oh,
There's going to be a reroll forced out of MeanGirls.
Yeah.
So they're not going to have one for the the crucial chainsaw hit that's going to free up Sylia. If the chainsaw doesn't go through, then Sylia has to blitz or dodge, but she has 2-up dodges, so she can definitely do that.
Okay. Huh. I know I'm not as experienced as Ayli, but I'm kind of questioning that a bit, because I think Ayli would have been able to move Skylia a bit further if she had taken him out in a different direction.
Yeah, probably. And I'm sure Ayli knows that and is upset about that.
Hmm. So wait, who's Helmet taking out then? I guess it's taking out Barnabas then, because he's more valuable.
I don't even think that you make the attack with Helmet. I think you just keep his tackle zones. Duke Volt's going to hold his ground against Ash. So the only block left is Kadoimi undo that.
Yep.
Oh, nope, there it is.
I knew. Yep.
And Helmet goes down.
I knew Ayli wouldn't have been able to stop herself from doing it. The chainsaw is too much fun.
Ayli loves murder too much.
Yep.
I find it very interesting that Ayli decided to get Astra Granite Turf for a team that you would think would use rerolls. But I guess it's not a team that uses rerolls as much as the elves in the league would. So you're probably okay with it.
Yeah. I never expect anyone else to have it.
Yeah, I have it for my undead. It's very fun.
Of course. All the undead shit, all the horrible, well, not horrible, but, you know, all the...
Big bashy boys.
Yep. Oh. High five? Oh.
Pro reroll going to come through, so just going to be a push, but Fend gonna prevent the follow-up. Now, right
And
here with
now that's middle gonna. Ooh.
just
that's
the
gonna be another
push, you're not gonna re-roll that because of Loner.
Yep.
And once again, Fend. I don't know why you would have. I'm questioning a
Yeah.
lot of the decisions that are being made here because Dylan's not getting very much pressure on the ball right now. He's just kind of sending Kadomi around because he wants to get the KO. I think he's at the point where he's trying more to bash people than he is to prevent a touchdown.
He might be trying to go for late game by getting rid of as many players as he can, because he has the player advantage in the long run.
He very well might be. He does have 5 backup players, so KOs and injuries don't matter too much to him. But that being said, Ayli has 3 backup players and the aforementioned Bloodweiser babes, so she's not going to be
all
really
of Ayli's backup characters are level 1, whereas Dylan's
almost all of them are leveled. Yeah, the Snitch is the only one that isn't.
Yep.
It's interesting to see Ol Andy on the field instead of someone like Maximilian Wolf or Gothard Dorstal. Which those two are currently dealing with niggling injuries, but that's not something that's going to impact. That's not something that's going to really stop their impact on the game very much.
Yeah, that might be why he's throwing away the beginning part of the game.
I think he probably could have had Aemond and Gurney off the pitch because, that's very unfortunate. Just because Aemond's built to catch and move the ball. And when your opponent is receiving, even though if you get a hold of the ball, you absolutely want to try to score with it if you can, there's no real pressure to score when your opponent gets the ball in their drive. Unless it's 0-0 and it's the second half, then maybe you go for it. But there's really no pressure for Dylan to have that kind of player out. So I think he could have absolutely kept that one off the pitch. And now Ayli's going to get to move much farther downfield, and this is going to secure the drive. Most likely.
Yeah,
Not going to get there this turn, but most likely going to secure the drive.
most likely. Looks like whatever Dylan was planning has not panned out for him.
No, definitely has not panned out. Alright, the only one who can make it there right now is Prisoner 37. He would be able to get there right now off of one going for it for a 1-die roll.
But most likely, Aisling is about to hit him.
Yeah. Oh, her name is pronounced. Ayli messaged us last time because we kept pronouncing it wrong. I think it's pronounced Ashlyn. It's Irish if I remember correctly.
Is it another Ashley name?
It is.
Hi.
Why do I'm disappointed you had to ask. Like, why would it not be another Ashley name? Here, let me ping her and ask her how to say it.
All right, call the coach up to the booth so we don't keep pronouncing it wrong.
Should I just kidnap her and ask her? All right.
Yep. Get the goblins to drag her in.
All right, goblins, bring her up. Hey, how do we pronounce that? How do we pronounce Ashling's name again?
It's
Ashling?
Yes.
All right, goblins, get her out of here. All right, that was Coach Ayli to give us the correct pronunciation.
Yep. Good work, goblins.
It is indeed Ashling.
You get to eat tonight.
Yeah. Extra ounce of milk for all of you. It's great because they hate milk, but I convinced them that they need it.
Yeah. How else are they gonna have some strong bones for when they're kicked over every time someone scores?
Apparently, milk doesn't actually do that.
I've been lied to my entire life.
Yeah. It does a lot of stuff like that when you're developing, but supposedly you just need it way less as you get older. I'm not a nutritionist, so I don't know the exact details, but apparently you're supposed to wean off of it. There's gonna be the last reroll from Ayli, and it's not going to be successful, which means Dylan is going to get that one die blitz.
Oh, look. Now let's see what he's gonna do here.
Well, he's gonna send Prisoner 37 to go try to punch Silia, after he stands everybody up and moves anyone that he can. Because when you get those Hail Mary plays, you still got to get people on their feet. Because if that doesn't work, you're kind of screwed.
Yeah, it's one of these last moments. Do you think he's gonna try and go for the hit first with other players? Ignore the voice crack. Ignore it.
I think he I don't think he is. Cause like you go for this block first. This is where you would spend the reroll if you need to. And that's just a push. Pro gonna fail. I think he probably could have spent the team reroll on that.
Yeah.
Cause she's got dodge. It's a 2-up with a reroll. She's definitely getting away.
Yeah. So that's definitely a score. So now he's gonna have to aim for beating crap out of people.
Yep.
Dodge
gonna save Ashlyn Sue here.
Most of them have dodge, so
all of them have dodge. They're Amazons. They start with dodge.
Yeah, they're like goblins like that.
Yeah. It's really frustrating.
Except for chainsaw goblins. They don't actually have dodge.
Yeah, no, they don't. I remember I think you leveled into, like, as soon as you could, you leveled into dodge.
Yeah, it was very useful.
I'm sure it was. Imagine if instead of bribes, you could just, like, give some of your actual funds to bribe the ref. Like, if you don't get
money.
Like, if you don't... No, if you don't get bribes. Like, if you're not able to get bribes with petty cash, you just spend your real money. Which I guess you can do that at the beginning of the game anyway.
Yep, I could.
Yeah.
But...
Don't.
Yeah, I'm not... Yeah. That money's to buy more goblins.
Because they're going to die. Nuffle will gladly thin your team value.
Funnily enough, we learned last episode that the goblins are actually at a positive in terms of murder.
Yeah, by I think 2? Was it 1? By 1. 5 kills, 4 sustained. So, yeah. Decent amount of goblin murder going on.
That was all Gobble edit. That was all Gobble D with his bombs.
Really?
That's who I bet it was.
Probably a lot of them.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Gobble D, you son of a bitch. You blew yourself up.
I forgot that happened.
Alright. Wait.
Ayli's gonna drag out the drive because she's got the numbers advantage. So she's gonna try to go for more pain or just to, you know, make sure Dylan doesn't get to score in like 2 or 3 turns. So a lot of hits gonna go out now. And I think she also wants to make use of Helmet while she has him.
Yep, because this is the last drive Helmet's in.
Yep, he will be gone after this because no bribe.
Yep.
No bribe.
Nobody knows
the troubles I've seen. Nobody knows the troll Hans I've seen.
Ah, yes, Troll Hans. He has strong arm, while Troll Franz has an extra agility. They are both good at throwing in their own ways.
We still haven't made the Troll Hans kill Dumbledore buttons yet. I think because of the one website that I know of where you could do it, you have to order like 100 of them and then sell them after the fact, and I don't think that I know of a way to sell 100 Troll Hans kill Dumbledore buttons.
Yeah, I don't think we have that many viewers.
No, sadly we don't. I don't know, either that or we have one viewer who will buy the sticker and put it all over the place for no reason. We had stickers here for our student film festival one year, and we never had them again because everyone was promoting the festival by just sticking them all over the place. Like, they would open a door and stick it on the part of the door that's normally covered when it's closed. They'd stick them to lamp poles, just anywhere that they could, where it was just, like, not obvious that it was there, but if you got bored and started looking around for no reason, you would find them. They're probably still stuck around my campus. I don't think they found them all.
That would make sense.
It was a good bit.
It looks like Dylan's going for murder before
he
tries to blitz.
Because he can still get the blitz. It is a 1 die, and he does have a dodge, and it is a going for it, so it's,
He does.
not great, but he can do it.
There's that chance. And he does, and the rerolls exists, so.
Yeah, he has 2 more rerolls, so he can go for it.
Now, the real question here, I think, when is he gonna stop risking the
Risking the punches?
Yep.
I think at this point he's fully capable of. Oh, he's not even gonna go for the attempt. Yeah, I think at this point he is fully capable of.
Oh,
there is an injury on the Toxus Pleiades.
Oh, the fit. Oh,
and that's a niggling injury. That's gonna force the Wandering Apothecary out definitely, and Ayli is going to roll a no casualty, which means that gonna give Duke Volts. Oh, Duke Volts is hit level 4. Which means Duke Volts is definitely going to be a murder target for Ayli.
Of course.
I mean, he was already.
Especially after hurting Toxus.
Mm-hmm.
One of the only non-Ashleys.
Well, no, all of the Blitzers are Ashleys. There's the re-roll, and Helmet's going to get knocked to the ground. There's an injury onto Helmet, and you cannot Apothecary on your star player.
He lost a strength.
Now, I'm curious. I know if a star player dies, then the game rolls up a new star player for the pool. Like, they're removed from the pool, and a new star player gets their stats rolled up by the game. I don't know what it does with the strength injury to Helmet, and we're not going to be able to check until the next time that this team plays.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see how that goes.
Yeah.
Helmet might be retiring after this game. Oh,
he might be.
Aww.
Either he's I feel like either the game's gonna roll up a new character, it's gonna remove the injury, or Helmet will have 2 strength left when being hired for this team from now on. Either way, because of the standard rules of an injury, he probably won't be available for next game. Because any injury besides a badly hurt and the player's not playing the next game.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's exactly what I thought he was going to do.
That is her best play, just beating up the bottom.
Yeah, that's what the bottom does best. And that
he gets punched in the face a lot.
I mean,
but also, a few games ago, he got a decent number of KOs for himself.
Yeah. He's surprisingly good at what he does.
Yeah. He's a power bottom.
Yeah, ever since the top left him, he's had to do a lot of thinking about his life.
I think it was actually the game after the first game of season 3, because I killed the top during the finals of season 2. On the first game of season 3, he just landed KO after KO. There was a lot of rage. I actually think he started landing a couple in that game.
Yeah. Now prisoner 37, the bottom, has been taking care of middle's son of top. Showing him the ropes, I hear.
Raising him like a son. I think that's what the canon is for Dylan's team. I'll have to figure it out.
We'll figure it out eventually.
Yeah. What else are we gonna do?
Commentate? Ha!
Who needs commentary? This is Sunday Night Blood Bowl.
We're here to talk about our hobbies and surfing and voice cracking. It is bad tonight.
It's really bad for you tonight.
I need more water. Too dehydrated and too much phlegm in the throat.
You need to get that thing that Dylan shared in the chat. Oh, I got one. The water bottle that is solar powered and uses the solar power to like condense the water vapor in the air.
Okay.
So, completely useless product in California.
Ah, yes. Everything's on fire. There's no moisture there.
just all dry heat. There's no way you can get a drop of water out in California. Although, if you can, if it is able to pull water from a dry heat when there's not much water in the air, I'll be impressed. And frankly, that would probably be when it's the most useful, because that's when you need water the most.
Yeah.
When it's so hot that there is literally none.
Fire. Doot doot. Doot 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 doot.
Oh, I fell into a burning ring of fire.
Fire.
Went down,
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 down.
as the flames went higher.
Fire. Have you ever heard the Dragon Force cover of that song?
I have not. I've heard a lot of Dragon Force, but not that cover.
Pretty good.
That's a greedy reroll there by Dylan as he tries for a knockdown onto the Blitzer Ashland too.
Yep.
And he declared the blitz. He wanted to get the piling on to proc. Was he prone at the start of the turn?
Maybe?
Okay, I was trying to figure out what the reason for declaring the blitz was. But there's going to be a skull rolled. Not going to punish very much.
Didn't old Andy get a skull another turn ago?
I think he might have, but either way, that's going to go ahead and guarantee the touchdown for MeanGirls, so they're going to have one successful drive. And it is now 1-0 in favor of the Amazons.
And we have one turn right before halftime.
Yep, one turn for Dylan to try to get as much pain back as he can. The great thing about this touchdown happening when it is, for Ayli, is that Dylan doesn't get a chance to score. But for Dylan is the fact that even though he just failed those wake-up rolls, he gets to roll wake-up rolls again right away after, because it is turn 8 and we're going to hit halftime. So there's a chance he'll get his players back regardless.
And now to change camera.
You can change camera. I am not changing camera.
Yep. Time to go
Just
to
switch
the
view
Amazon
a little
side.
Yeah, the Amazons are just going to go ahead and hold the back line very far because Dylan's going to try to murder them.
Yeah.
Makes sense to me.
Does indeed.
Yeah. Uh-oh. There is one spot on the far right of the pitch where Dylan could technically get through if only his team was fast enough.
Gotta go fast.
Sonic. Gotta go fast.
Sonic.
Gotta go faster. Faster. Faster.
Sonic.
Must gain speed.
Wow, he's piling it on.
I hope everyone's enjoying this dramatic reading of the Sonic X theme song. Alright. Most likely going to see a piling on here from whichever player that is with piling on. I can't remember.
Oh,
Toxis going to get decked in the head.
Toxis already had an injury before.
Well, just going to be a stun, so that's not going to do anything. Also, I love how she literally just got back out on the pitch after getting saved by the medic.
Right
and somebody
after getting an injury before.
Somebody was so angry about it that they immediately domed her.
Oh,
there's going to be an armor break coming out from Jekyll. Just a stun, but the piling on's going to come in.
And that was nothing of it. No,
KO. So that's a 2-up for the wake-up. She'll probably be back in the next half, but that does mean there's a chance she's not. Now, granted, that player has no skills on them, so it doesn't really matter if Gretchen wakes up. Gretchen's kind of useless. She is a body. Gretchen is just a body. On the just a body on the pitch. Looks like Middle wants to take out Karen, but not gonna roll the knockdown because of dodge.
And there's gonna be a blitz, you think? Someone's gonna blitz Karen?
Probably. I think first Edwin Fleisch is gonna go for Mary Kay herself, because that is a block rule. But once again, dodge gonna be what dodge is. So Dylan's gonna have to use a couple more blocks to try and get this one out. And there's going to be the knockdown onto Mary Kay from Maximilian Wolf.
And nothing of it.
Nothing of it. Maybe we'll get a foul. Dylan has enough backup players he can afford to.
Yep.
Although
Prisoner 37 is gonna go for the blitz. I'm betting.
Prisoner 37.
Either
Yeah,
that or Barnabas.
I find Prisoner 37 to be a likely candidate for that. All right, Dylan's gonna get the pick up and probably gonna pass it over to one of his catchers just to get a little bit more SPP for Aedrid. He is only 3 away from leveling, so definitely want to take this time to get that done, to get a little closer to that. So Manfred now has the ball. Not gonna be able to score with it just because of the sheer distance he would have to travel, but he's gonna run out there anyway, just to say hi to Andromeda.
Yep.
He's running off to Andradame the Beautiful. She has encapsulated him. You know what's crazy? If we had gotten a riot, that would have extended the turn, and then Dylan would have had a chance to score.
Yeah.
But either way, Barnabas going to go ahead and get the knockdown onto Karen, and now Dylan's going to pick his foul target. I think. It wouldn't surprise me.
No. No.
I mean, okay, he has Prisoner 39 and Prisoner 40 to back him up. So the question is, does he... I don't think that he does go for the foul here, just because if he fouls either of these, then... he's going to go for the foul. Okay.
Oh, it's a stun. Off the field.
Just a stun. So, nothing going to come of that. He rolled a 4 and a 1 both times. Alright, we're going to head on down to the pitch and see how the coaches are doing for now.
All right.
Well, that was a thing. That was probably about the...
mess.
It was a mess.
Indeed.
It was probably about the way we expected the first half to go, though. Just a late touchdown from the Amazons.
Yeah. We thought it was going to be
Except
over
with
quicker.
Randomly stunned players at the start.
Yeah, no, I did not expect 8 stunned players.
The entirety of Dylan's front line.
Yep. Which, on one hand, meant that Dylan ended up having a lot of players in your back line on turn 2.
Yes. I was like, what is going on right now?
Blood Bowl, Ayli, Blood Bowl. How are you feeling, Dylan?
No comment.
Nuffle got your tongue? I'll take that as a yes. We're going to head back on up to the pitch, and we'll see you guys at the end of the game.
Well, actually, important question for Coach Ayli. How did you feel about Toxis being hit in the head with a rock right after that reroll?
I was like, oh, come the fuck on.
I was really hoping she would get injured just for the sheer irony of the fact that you just spent an apothecary to get her back on the pitch.
Yeah, that would have been great.
That would have been very sad.
It would have been very funny, though.
Yes, it would have.
All right, we're going to head back on up to the booth, and we'll see you guys at the end of the game.
Yep.
All right, here we go.
Here we go, indeed. Huh.
Wait.
Ayli, what are you doing?
Wait. Is Ayli defending?
No, Ayli is not getting the ball. Dylan's getting the ball. I mean, she does have guard, though, so she might just be spacing the guard out so that Dylan doesn't get any good blocks on the front of the pitch. Or she forgot who's receiving. It kind of looks like she forgot who's receiving. Which is very funny.
Oh, wait, didn't Dylan have possession of the ball at the end of last turn?
Yes, but what matters is who got the ball at the start of that half, and Ayli received the kickoff.
Yeah.
Right. Ayli got the initial kickoff, so this is a kickoff from Ayli to Dylan. And if all these players get left where they are, this is a good chance for Dylan to just start kicking Ayli's players down. But he's going to have to line up his front line well in a way that he'll get 2-ups. Because right now, a lot of these blocks are 2 red dice because of that guard. And because of the 4 strength, the Celtic plastic. Yeah, you thought we'd get through the whole broadcast without saying that misspelled name, didn't you, Ayli? Never. Look at it. Look at it. It's
now,
beautiful.
where... the F. F.
A Celtic plastic, yes. The 4 strength.
Oh, Oh, MeanGirls matches for rerolls now.
Wow, that's a short kick. Dylan's gonna have to get on that. That's right at the end of Aedrid's movement distance. He's just gonna go pick that up as soon as he can.
Oh, that is a Celtic.
Wow.
Aww.
This is why you don't go for the ball right away, kids.
That is indeed.
I mean, I can understand why he would think that was not gonna fail, but just, oof.
Even when I have players with sure hands, I always think I'm gonna fail the pickup, so I always hit first.
Yeah, usually ball handling is usually a late turn action because if you fail it, not only is your turn over, but the ball's loose. So you really want to get yourself nice and protected. Ayli has, like, slightly screwed herself here if she doesn't get the right blocks. She's got free blocks on the edge of the pitch, and she can use that to start to run down the middle. Like, start pushing, you ever seen, between two bashy teams, one of them gets a 2-die on the outside and gets the knockdown or the push, and then that leads to 2 dies all the way down the... like, just all the way down the line, because they always have the edge player to give that bonus.
Yep.
Yeah, that's probably what's going to happen here, and it probably will stop with middle son of top unless Ayli gets the right knockdowns. But
yeah,
right now, because of them being just, like, pressed up on the front lines against each other, neither of them really has that many good plays. Ayli definitely has more, though, because of the force strength,
sheer amount of
thrower, the sheer amount of guard.
Yeah, there's a ton of guard on Ayli's team.
Yes. The one thing Dylan does have is almost every single player that he owns got block as soon as they leveled up. But it looks like Ayli's going to go for a blitz onto Aedrid so that she can secure the ball. And this is a very favorable position for her because unlike Ayli's players that all have dodge, Dylan does not have the easiest time getting out of tackle zones to get the ball. Now that being said, Aedrid's completely free. He can blitz Karen no problem. But Dylan's gonna want to get maybe have Edwin take that going for it to make that a 2-die roll. Or just have Aedrid cover and then make 2 going for it and Edwin go for the block because he has block.
Let's see. Ooh.
So a little more likely he gets the ball carrier free, but this is, I would say, better for Ayli than it is for Dylan, especially now because that's going to be a tackle zone. There's another knockout.
It's an inch. Yeah, knockout.
I was in the middle of saying knock down when I saw the thing come up, and I changed it to out because my caster skills just let me do fast adjustments. And also, I totally wasn't going to say knockout by accident instead of knockdown.
I was going to say injury by accident.
Yeah, I heard that, and if it had been an injury, I would have just felt so bad for Dylan. He's not having the best time this game. I think most of the time that just comes down to Blood Bowl, like wins and losses. It just usually, and any Games Workshop game, it comes down to on the first 2, maybe 3 turns, who made the first mistake or who made the first bad roll.
Yeah,
and that just sets the tone for the entire drive. It's very hard to come back from something that bad.
I've played Risk before.
Risk is not a Games Workshop game.
I know, but I feel like it's very similar in the fact that I've lost entire Risk games where I vastly outnumbered my enemies. Yet I keep rolling so shittily, I lose always.
Yeah, Risk is actually extremely roll dependent.
Yep.
That's something we should do sometime. Play a Risk game together. I think it's pretty cheap on Steam, I think. I mean, there's also just Tabletop Simulator. You just play through that.
Yep.
Get rid of all the fancy animations, and instead I wear a VR headset and just reach down and pick pieces up.
Yeah, then you're just gonna draw penises in the air.
I mean, can I do that?
Yeah, you can. There's a drawing tool in Tabletop.
Well, then I will probably draw some penises in the air. I'm going to draw some beautiful wartime strategies that involve to allow us to penetrate the enemy lines.
Yeah, it'll be a lot of circles and O's with lines in between them that eventually end up in the shape of a penis.
I mean, they could. the first armor roll and the piling on both going to be just 3s, so nothing going to come out of the piling on there. One less tackle zone for coverage there for Dylan, but probably not the biggest problem he's going to deal with. So I think he is still fairly safe.
Yep.
However, he's not going to get block or tackle onto this blitz. So Karen can probably get out of here fairly easily. And if Ayli really wants to, she can just go straight to the end zone with a 3-up that rerolls itself and 2 going for it. She does have the distance that she could just go for it. And knowing Ayli, she very well might. And the pro reroll will succeed, but the same roll is going to come through, and Prisoner 37 has been KO'd.
Yeah, that's...
I think the best thing that Dylan... so I don't know if Dylan wins from this point. It depends on whether or not Ayli gets this touchdown. Ayli, I think, can safely run this in, grab the second touchdown, and then just play defensive for the rest of the game. Because as long as she holds Dylan to 1 touchdown, she wins.
Yeah, it doesn't look very good for him right now.
No, this does not look good for Dylan at all. So
he's not been getting lucky.
He has not been. So we're probably going to see Amazons in the finals next week, but that's just my mid-game predictions. Things can change, roles can fail. This is a Games Workshop game.
Yeah, but we also have to keep track of what the record is, and the record shows luck isn't good.
No, it is not. So there's going to be Duke Volts getting sent off the pitch. He's going to be KO'd as well. So he might not be coming back for the next drive.
Why do they keep kicking him in the dick?
I don't know. It's there. So that's 5 KOs so far on the side of Cleansing Light Knights. And they do have 3 more players on the sideline, so I think they'll still be able to field 11. But it's not going to be the starting lineup for the team.
Yeah, they're... Oh.
Ayli is going to fail at going for it, so she's going to have to spend her reroll here if she wants to be able to keep going for the turn. It looks like she is going to do that.
Went from a 1 to a 6. And there's the blitz.
Yep. So Geraint is going to be knocked down.
Oh, stun.
Yep, that's pretty significant there. Karen's still within block, able to be blocked here. Not going to be a favorable block for Dylan to make in any way, so he's probably not going to go for it. But it looks like Ayli is going to go for the run, and she is going to be tripped, and that is an armor break with a stun. So the ball has been knocked loose, which means this drive is not quite over for Dylan, but he is going to have to get some players back there and start covering.
Okay, so Eadred does have Nerves of Steel. That's what I wanted to check.
Yeah, Eadred has Nerves of Steel, so he can pick the ball up from next to people, no problem.
And throw.
Yeah, he can. So Dylan can get the ball out of here. It's a question of, is he going to have anywhere to get it to? Because right now, Ayli does have a pretty effective screen across the middle of the pitch, with the exception of the one lane on the right side. But it's definitely not a favorable lane for Dylan to take.
Yeah. Oh, and he's...
But he is going to actually get out of it.
Looks like he is going to be trying to aim for that player.
Definitely. And if Barnabas... Alright, there's going to be just a push onto Andrade.
Middle son of top is staying on Andromeda.
Yep. And if...
reroll.
He's going to go for the reroll.
Failure again.
Rolled a 2 and a 1, so even if he had gone for the blitz and knocked Ashley out of the way, wasn't going to be able to do too much for him. So now Ayli can pick the ball up with Ash, give it to Celia, and as long as those 2 rolls succeed, that will be a touchdown for the Amazons this turn. But
yeah, he's currently unopposed with both of them on the ground.
Yeah, she's very much unopposed.
That is a double block. Seems like...
High five. But...
Edmund
being exposed down at the end of the pitch with only 2 strength. Just going to be pushed by Toxis. Ayli was very lucky there that that didn't roll into the...
That could have fucked him. Well, it could have fucked Dylan, but it hasn't fucked Dylan.
Yeah. It could have screwed either of them. And there's going to be the pickup by Silia. She's going to get the ball up and get out of there a distance. So now, once again, it's on Dylan to react. Which, unfortunately, you don't want to be in the reactionary position when you're playing Blood Bowl, or most games. Being reactionary, unless you're built to do that, is not very good. And I know Dylan knows it. I'm not reminding him. It's... So far, this whole game has lined up in the favor of Ayli pretty much since it started, so...
Yeah, it's not been a very kind game.
No, Dylan has made a few mistakes here and there, but he's definitely held his ground as best he could for what has been given to him. I'm especially surprised we haven't seen more players from the Amazon team stunned or sent off the pitch, given that they do have lower armor value. And that armor value difference of 1 adds up very quickly. I think we're going to see Barnabas go for the blitz here onto Silia. He does have tackle, so it is a pretty good chance of him getting that. But instead, it looks like we're going to see the blitz, or at least a run, come out from... I can't tell who that is right now, because we're waiting on whether he's going to reroll. I can't click it.
Oh, that's a turnover.
Oh, there's the reroll. Unfortunately, that is going to fail. Just shy of rolling the dodge successfully. And I think we're going to see Silia declare the blitz here. No, Ash. Ash will declare the blitz. Safer to blitz with someone besides the ball carrier. And that is most likely going to guarantee a touchdown.
And it's...
Yep, just need a push to get him away from the ball carrier.
Yep.
The question is, will Ayli continue to drag this game out? Because it is no longer necessary for Ayli to drag out the drive.
Ayli might be just going to the other... Either scoring and defending, or just holding the ball into a corner, keeping it away.
Well, this is Ayli we're talking about, and she loves murder, so this is probably going to be a hold the ball scenario. Yeah, there's going to be a couple more blocks coming out.
Yep. Well, I have to use the little halfling's room right now, so you can just call a goblin in to keep you company.
All right. Which one would you recommend?
Goblin.
Still saying
Dan.
Dan?
Yeah, after I fired him, he became a concession stand worker.
What does Dan sound like? That's what Dan sounds like?
Yeah, he sounds like the Swedish chef, except a lot more demented.
Does he speak words or fake words?
Well, he used to speak words, but you know, after several concussions.
That would do it.
I'll be back.
All right. I hope you don't fall in.
It's a little halfling's room. I'm definitely not falling in there.
Okay. So, a lot of sounds involved in him getting out of the booth. So, Gobbledan, how are you feeling about the last drive? Well, that's very interesting. I never would have approached it that way, because the way that I was looking at it, it seemed like the biggest error was that opening play. I think that was really what set the tempo for it, was giving Ayli a free chance to get to the ball. Well, yeah, but they didn't have a bombardier, so they really, couldn't just bomb the other team. You need a bombardier for that. I don't think sneaking a bomb into the ball would have been a great plan. They kind of need that to be intact in order to score and win. Well, yeah, I guess if they're all dead, then you can just get the new ball. But you only get to do that once. How did you get those bombs, snuck onto the pitch anyway? Troll hunt? Troll? That's disgusting. We're not airing that. Nope. Okay, we're not translating that. I don't think anybody else knows what that means. Anyway, so we're just gonna see an opening block from middle son of top. Only gonna be a push, but that's gonna give a little bit more room for the rest of the team to start doing things. So Maximilian. Actually, I don't think that there's many places where there is a 2-die block that's going to come out in the favor of. Never mind, Mary Kay herself going to get KO'd by that 1-die, thanks to the block skill that the Blitzers start with. Prisoner 40 does have a 2-die block onto Karen, thanks to the assist from Gothard. But what's really... Oh, there's another 1-die, and he's actually going to spend a reroll on it. I can't say I agree with that. Just because if that had failed, the entire drive would go down, and Aisling does have block, so... Yeah, right there, there's that both down. If that had been one roll earlier between Prisoner 39 and Aisling, that would have just been the turn. Nothing else would have happened. Barnabas going to get the pushback. Fend going to be used. So going to be a little bit harder for Dylan to apply pressure to the front line thanks to that. But the real problem here is the right side of the pitch with all this guard. Oh, still going to get the 2-die with the assist from middle. Yeah, taking out the guard players is definitely the place you want to go to first, because unlike the players without guard, because they're separated, they're not getting free assists. Barnabas Theodric would only get a 1-die here onto Ashley. And there's the 1-die that's going to finally take down Dylan's punches to the front, and Jekyll's going to go down.
Ooh, Jekyll's down.
Yeah. By the way, Dan has a filthy mouth, and I don't know how Troll Hunt managed to get the bombs in like that.
Well, Goblin Slayer, after Gobble D died and Goblin Slayer took over, Dan really went downhill.
Was that when the drinking started?
Yeah. Speaking of drinking, I really shouldn't drink so much Dr. Pestigore before every game.
Dr. Pestigore?
Yeah.
Well, isn't that stuff just Nurgle's rot and caffeine?
Yeah. Caffeine is very addictive.
Well, yeah, that's true. Can't really argue with that one. And there's going to be a stun right there onto Geraint. So now the front line starting to turn in the favor of the Amazons off of that first... off of that initial knockdown. Yeah, once again, they are getting a hold of the front line. Just a knockdown there, but this does mean that... well, Karen gets a 2-die onto Gothard, but Gothard has block, so it's a little harder. And there's Prisoner 39 hitting the deck. Overall, though, far less impactful first turn for MeanGirls than they had in the previous drive, because Dylan opened with all of his arguably safer blocks. Whoa, I heard myself.
Yep, that's because my head...
Well,
How do I sound?
Quiet.
Okay, hold on.
Oh, no, you're good, you're good. You're good.
Oh, I'm okay?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
Stun onto Edwin Fleisch. He's probably going to be held on the edge of the pitch there by Andrade.
Okay.
And just a push onto Gothard. I feel like he should have gone forward with that so that he can start setting himself up down the pitch. But instead he's been moved off to the side. I'm guessing to give Prisoner 40 a 2-die block onto Karen. But the unfortunate thing is that, oh, well, there's going to be an immediate failed going for it. That's going to have to be re-rolled for the rest of the turn to go.
Oh, and that's another failure. Yeah, This is not a good final. This is not a good quarterfinals for Dylan.
It's not a good semi, no. It's very, very unfortunate that that turned out that way.
This semi is fully gone flaccid.
Okay, then, Tristan. Alright.
We need several dick jokes throughout this game.
Why this one?
Well,
or do you
there's
mean just
one
in general?
Well, a bit of both. What makes this game special is that there's an all-female team. So, you know,
Yeah, I don't know why that makes it necessary to make dick jokes.
it doesn't. I just needed to find an excuse.
Well, then why didn't you just talk? We've got the middle and the bottom here. I think that's a better excuse.
Hey, they're father and son. We don't talk about incest here. If anything, incest is actually a weird Amazon thing.
But middle is the son of top.
Yeah. And bottom was Top's lover.
Yeah, I guess that does make it paternal. Not biologically, unless they had like one of those procedures.
No.
Or like, they have a thing now where two people of the same gender can have a child with their DNA by using the DNA strands or like whatever it is that's in.
I imagine
that
it's something
stuff.
similar to cloning.
I think it's more along the lines of like
Stem cells?
intravenous birth. Well, no, it's basically they empty out they take the donor, they take a donor egg, they empty it of its DNA, and then they put in DNA from from one of the males, and then they use the genetic material of the other man. I don't know how they would do it for two women, but that's just because I'm not fully educated in that knowledge. I'm guessing
science.
It's possible.
God, science has come so far.
Science has come so far.
Back in my day, we used to use black magic to create homunculi.
I think you can still do that. It's just frowned upon now.
Ugh. Rules.
Rules preventing me from summoning my homunculi.
How am I supposed to conquer the world now? Not summon a demon from the seventh hell?
I mean, most sci-fi realms would tell you that kidnapping children and forcing them to be soldiers tends to work. Not as children, you teach them to be soldiers. Or clones.
Yep.
I would argue clones is probably the more ethical option. I'm not sure how it's the more ethical option, but I feel like it is. Because you're not ripping a child from its family. But also, you're breeding something for war, so I have no idea.
I mean, if you use your own DNA to breed for war, is it really?
I don't know, ask Django Fett.
Yeah.
Alright, there's going to be a 2-die block onto Aedrid, and he is going to go down. And there is an injury. First one for Cleansing Light Knights. Badly hurt, so no reason to use the Apothecary here. But we... Oh! Here comes the reroll.
And it's a... Oh, no.
Yeah, Ashley has the ball.
And the movement available to make the touchdown.
Silia could have leveled off of running that in. I mean, she can, but that's going for it. And you don't need to make those. So it looks like we're going to see a 3-0 victory for MeanGirls in the first semifinals of Season 3. And this will be the third consecutive season that MeanGirls have gone to the finals in their respective bracket.
Yeah, MeanGirls has a strong coach and a strong team.
And it's an annoying team.
Yeah. I mean, it's not as annoying as Kislev.
Yeah, it's more annoying, actually. Because of all the dodge. Like, Leap at least has a chance to fail. Dodge only fails if you have Tackle.
Well, I have a team with all dodge. They seem to die horribly all the time.
It's because they have Strength, too.
Hey, the day I roll a goblin and give him another strength...
It will be glorious.
It will be. I want that goblin to always roll strength. I want one really buff goblin.
Ayli and I did a game with custom teams where we picked I think we picked either ogres and we used goblins or ogres, and we let ourselves level players as high as we wanted to. I had an agility 4 troll with leap and a strength 5 goblin with mighty blow. It was beautiful. Or it might have been 3 each. I think you might only be able to take 2 of any respective buff. 2 stats. But Dylan does not have many options here. He's just going to have to go
I imagine
for
a
murder.
strength 5 goblin is like SpongeBob with anchor arms.
Yeah. He's just really small, but he punches hard. Ayli's team was full of snotlings, and she gave them all strength.
Well,
My goblins, I think I give a lot of my goblins guard. Just so that way, as long as they were interwoven with each other, they would have strength buff. Gotta get that buff.
now what is gonna happen here? Oh, is he ending? Oh, he gave up.
He's just going to end. There's nothing really that he can do here. He could have gone for a blitz, but I think that they've agreed no more death will happen in this game.
I think, yeah, he gave up on the murder. He doesn't believe Nuffle's gonna help him at the last second.
I don't see... I see why he would do that. I don't see Nuffle helping him much at this point. So that's going to be a touchdown for MeanGirls, and that is going to be the end of this game of Blood Bowl. 3-0 MeanGirls. They are moving on to the finals. Let's head down to the pitch.
Alright. Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, indeed.
How does everyone feel?
That was a thing.
Yeah. Nuffle was not kind at all.
No.
It was... No.
Nah, I think there were misplays on both sides, so I don't think I can argue that it was a matter of who played better, because...
Oh, yeah, me full committing to the line was not at all a smart play.
No, you got really lucky you lived there.
Yeah, I did.
So, I think all in all, this one did... I don't say this very often, but I do think the dice really were what this one came... I do think the dice were largely what this came down to, and it's unfortunate when that happens, but it's a Games Workshop game.
Yeah.
And when it's a Games Workshop game, it's never fully your fault.
Yeah, basically. I mean, I didn't play particularly well by any means. In fact, I would argue that's one of my worst games.
Yeah, I think that one was just a showing of trying to recover from weird things for both sides. And it was not so much a matter of one team recovering better as one team continuing to not roll well. And you can't do much about that.
Cleansing Light Knights rolled 29 sixes, while MeanGirls rolled 8 sixes.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting.
Interesting.
It's a lot of sixes. Although I feel like a lot of those sixes were on armor rolls.
Or what?
Armor rolls.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, because looking at the armor rolls, there were 7 failed armor rolls for MeanGirls. There were 12 failed for the Cleansing Light Knights.
Yeah.
So that definitely played a large part. It was odd to see that meant humans take more armor failures than Amazons, but every time I see Skaven play dwarves, the dwarves are always the ones that get beat in the face. So I guess having low armor value
rolled a ton more than the Amazons had to.
Yeah, that too. There were a lot more rolls in general.
Yeah.
Well, actually, part of that's because you had to roll Bonehead a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bonehead's a big part of that.
All the Bonehead, also all the armor rolls from getting punched.
Do you have anything to say, Dylan, or no?
I'm really trying not to speak.
Understood.
All
I
right.
get that.
Yeah. There are games like that. So...
Yeah, there are like... Blood Bowl is not a particularly fair game.
Or a nice game in any capacity.
I mean, neither are most Games Workshop games. Have you ever seen somebody go second in 40K?
Yeah, I have. You have half your army left for your second turn, for your first turn. It's
Man,
really
you're
gross.
Lucky if you've got half your army, man. You're getting lucky.
Well, regardless, that is going to be the end of this game for Sunday Night Blood Bowl, and that is the first game of the semis out of the way. The following game is going to be my team, St. Nikolai's Brigade Kislev, against Adam's team, the Gurney Lizardmen.
Bearskins versus, we can invest in Blizzard.
Yeah, so that will most likely be next week. We're hitting spring break right now, but I can take my stuff home. The question is whether or not Ayli can record it. If Ayli can't, then we might finally throw
can.
You can? Okay.
I'm gonna be here. Yeah, I'm gonna be. Look, I'm kind of stuck staying at college anyway. There's no way in hell a 14th century book is leaving that library. So.
Cool. In that case, we should be able to record it fine. But if worse comes to worst and we can't record it, we do still have the bonus episode. And if that one does not get used as a buffer before the finals, then we'll put it up by then. We'll definitely make sure it gets broadcast because that was a funny game. It was the Halflings and Goblins game from week one of the minors. It's a ridiculous fun time, and we've been holding on to it in case we have production issues, which is what we're probably going to do more regularly, is have those backups because we've had issues with schedules in the past. But anytime we have those buffer episodes that don't show, those will be the in-between season bonuses. And I want to have those a little bit more because those are fun.
Turns out, when you have a life, playing Blood Bowl can be hard sometimes.
Yeah, It really can be. My CCL record will prove that because I don't play CCL enough. Anyway, thank you everybody for watching this game. Next week we have Kislev and Lizardmen, unless everything goes south, in which case we have Goblins versus Halflings.
I got a good sign-off for us today.
What do you got?
We started this game with a Wlecome to the jam. So let's end this with a Godo bye.
I can feel Ayli's anger.
To kill you.
All right. Thank you everyone for watching. We'll see you next week.